The 198th Signal Battalion is an expeditionary signal battalion in the Delaware Army National Guard. Delaware is known as the First State, as referenced in their motto, First Regiment of First State. The unit specializes in command post node communications, providing broadband satellite voice and data connections for brigade-sized battlefield elements. The unit includes Headquarters Company located in Wilmington, Delaware, a company in Georgetown, B Company in Hodges, SC, and C Company in Wilmington, Delaware. History. The 1st Delaware Regiment was raised on 9 December 1775 for service with the Continental Army under the command of Colonel John Hassler. Over the next 240 years, the regiment would see action during the Revolutionary War, War of 1812, Civil War, World War I, World War II, and the Global War on Terrorism. Since its inception, the 198th has served as infantry, coast artillery, anti-aircraft artillery and signal. The unit's lineage and honors include 36 battle streamers from nearly every major war in the U.S. history. Although many 198th soldiers volunteered for service in Korea and Vietnam, the unit was never activated for service during the Korean or Vietnam Wars. The unit did, however, see extensive deployments during World War I and World War II, and again in support of the global war on terrorism. Most recently in 2013-2014 to Kandahar, Afghanistan. This marked the first time since the Civil War that the 198th deployed as a full battalion with its South Carolina-based B Company. To honor this event, the 198th's headquarters facility on Kandahar Airfield was named Camp Cowpens, after the Battle of Cowpens in South Carolina during the Revolutionary War. Lineage. Authorized 9 September 1775 in the Continental Army as the Delaware Regiment, organized 13 January 1776 to consist of the following companies under the command of Colonel John Hassler: Captain Joseph Stidham's Company, Newcastle County; Captain Jonathan Caldwell's Company, Kent County; Captain David Hall's Company, Sussex County; Captain Henry Darby's Company, Newcastle County; Captain Charles Pope's Company, Kent County; Captain Nathan Adams' Company, Kent County; Captain Samuel Smith's Company, Newcastle County; Captain Joseph Vaughan's Company, Sussex County. Mustered into Continental service 11-12 April 1776 at Dover and Lewistown. Reorganized 1 January 1777 as Colonel David Hall's Regiment as follows: Captain John Patton's Company, Captain Robert Kirkwood's Company, Captain James Moore's Company, Captain Enoch Anderson's Company, Captain Thomas Holland's Company, Captain John Learmont's Company, Captain Gord Hazard's Company, Captain Peter Jackett's Company. Reorganized September 1780 August 1781 from new and existing companies as follows: Captain Robert Kirkwood's Company, Captain Peter Jackett's Company, Captain William McKennan's Company, Captain Paul Queneralt's Company. Mustered out of Continental service 3 November 1783 at Christiana Bridge. Reorganized in Delaware as follows: Light Infantry, 1st Regiment, organized by 10 October 1793 at Wilmington, under the command of Captain David Bush. Mustered into Federal service 23 May 1813 at Wilmington. Mustered out of Federal service 31 July 1813. Mustered into Federal service 28 August 1814. Mustered out of Federal service 3 January 13 March 1815. Artillery Company, 2D Brigade, prior to 9 April 1793 at Dover, under the command of Captain Furby. Mustered into Federal service 23 May 1813 at Dover. Mustered out of Federal service 2 September 1814. 1st Company, Light Infantry, 8th Regiment, prior to the 22nd of February 1799 at Georgetown, under the command of Captain Benton Harris, mustered into Federal service the 2nd of March 1813, mustered out of Federal service the 4th of May 1813 at Lewis, mustered into Federal service the 6th of May 1813, mustered out of Federal service the 31st of July 1813, mustered into Federal service the 6th of August 1814, mustered out of Federal service the 11th of January 1815, reorganized the 6th of March 1827 as the 1st Company of Light Infantry. 1st Battalion reorganized in 1831 as the Light Infantry Battalion, attached to the 8th Regiment of Delaware Militia, with companies as follows. Georgetown Minutemen, organized the 19th of July 1831, Captain Edward L. Wells commanding Volunteer Company, Light Infantry, organized the 14th of September 1831, Captain Coulter commanding Volunteer Company, Light Infantry, organized the 14th of November 1831, Captain Thomas McElwain commanding Volunteer Company, Light Infantry, organized the 17th of November 1831, Captain Gilly G. Short, commanding reorganized from 1849 to 1861 as separate companies as follows. Kirkwood Rifle Corps, organized the 30th of June 1846 at Georgetown, Captain Caleb R. Layton, commanding, attached to the 13th Regiment of Militia Company B. Artillery, organized the 2nd of February 1849 at Wilmington, redesignated the 29th of February 1858 as the National Guard's Columbia Rifle Corps, organized prior to July 1858 at Wilmington Companies A and B. Delaware Blues, organized prior to September 1860 as Bell and Everett Political Club's Union Volunteers, organized in 1861 at Camden McLean Rifles, organized prior to 1861 at Wilmington, reorganized 2 to 22 May 1861 as the 1st Delaware Volunteer Infantry Regiment and mustered into Federal service at Wilmington, mustered out of Federal service 2 to 26 August 1861, reorganized 10 September 19 October 1861 and mustered into Federal service for 3 years at Wilmington, mustered out of Federal service the 12th of July 1865 near Munson's Hill, Virginia, reorganized the 4th of April 1869 in the Delaware Volunteers as the 1st Suave Regiment, with the organization of Company A reorganized in 1880 in the Organized Militia of Delaware as the Regiment of Infantry, mustered into Federal service 9 to 19 May 1898 as the 1st Delaware Volunteer Infantry at Middletown, mustered out of Federal service the 16th of November 1898 at Wilmington, reorganized during 1899 to 1900 in the Delaware National Guard as the 1st Infantry Regiment, mustered into Federal service 8 to 9 July 1916 at Newcastle, mustered out of Federal service 15-16 February 1917, called into Federal service the 25th of July 1917, drafted into Federal service the 5th of August 1917 Regiment, reorganized and redesignated 9 to 14 October 1917 as the 3D Battalion, 114th Infantry, and assigned to the 29th Division, reorganized and redesignated the 27th of February 1918 as the 59th Pioneer Infantry, and relieved from assignment to the 29th Division, demobilized the 8th of July 1919 at Camp Dix, New Jersey, reorganized and federally recognized the 15th of September 1921 in the Delaware National Guard as the 198th Artillery Regiment, with headquarters at Wilmington, and the separate battalion, Coast Artillery, Delaware National Guard 198th Artillery, redesignated 16 August 1924 as the 198th Coast Artillery, inducted into federal service 16 September 1940 at Wilmington Regiment, broken up 1 March 1944, and its elements reorganized and redesignated as follows: Headquarters and Headquarters Battery as Headquarters and Headquarters Battery. 198th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group, and activated 24 December 1945 at Camp Panzer, California. Reorganized and federally recognized 27 August 1946 at Wilmington location. Changed 13 January 1958 to Newcastle 1st Battalion as the 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion, and activated 2 January 1946 at Camp Stoneman, California. Reorganized and federally recognized 16 October 1946 at Wilmington. Expanded 10 October 1949 to form the 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion and the 156th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion. 156th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion, redesignated 20 July 1951 as the 156th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion, on 1 October 1953 as the 156th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion. 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion, ordered into active federal service 29 August 1950 at Wilmington, released from active federal service 2 August 1952, and reverted to state control. Reorganized and redesignated 1 October 1953 as the 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion. 2D Battalion as the 945th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion, and activated 15 February 1946 at Hokkaido, Japan. Reorganized and federally recognized 17 October 1946 with headquarters at Dover. Redesignated 24 October 1949 as the 193d Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion. Reorganized and redesignated 20 July 1951 as the 193d Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion. Redesignated 1 October 1953 as the 193d Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion. 3D Battalion as the 373d Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion, and activated 29 December 1945 at Camp Stoneman, California. Consolidated 16 May 1946 with headquarters and headquarters battery. 198th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group headquarters and headquarters battery. 198th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Group, 736th, 156th, 193d, 280th, and 945th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalions consolidated 1 April 1959 to form the 198th Artillery, a parent regiment under the Combat Arms Regimental System, to consist of the 1st, 2D, 4th, and 5th Gun Battalions, the 3D Automatic Weapons Battalion, and the 6th Detachment. Reorganized 1 April 1962 to consist of the 1st, 2D, 3D, 4th, and 5th Automatic Weapons Battalions, and the 6th Detachment. Reorganized 1 May 1963 to consist of the 1st, 2D, 3D, and 4th Automatic Weapons Battalions, and the 6th Detachment. Reorganized 31 January 1968 to consist of the 1st, 2D, and 3D Battalions. Regiment broken up 1 January 1970 and its elements reorganized and redesignated as follows. 1st and 2D Battalions consolidated to form the 198th Signal Battalion headquarters and headquarters battery. 3D Battalion as headquarters and headquarters detachment. 198th Transportation Battalion reorganized and redesignated 1 April 1979 as the 198th Signal Battalion, reorganized and redesignated 1 September 1990 as Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment. 198th Signal Battalion ordered into active federal service 28 July 2006 at Wilmington, released from active federal service 23 January 2008 and reverted to state control, consolidated 1 September 2007 with the 280th Signal Battalion, and consolidated unit reorganized in the Delaware and South Carolina Army National Guard as the 198th Signal Battalion, ordered into active federal service 9 April 2013 at home stations, released from active federal service 13 May 2014 and reverted to state control. Annex 1 organized 16 November 1920 in the Delaware National Guard from former elements of the 1st Infantry as the 1st Separate Battalion. Coast Artillery reorganized and redesignated 10 July 1925 as the 261st Coast Artillery Battalion, expanded and reorganized 15 April 1940 to form the 261st Coast Artillery Regiment, inducted into federal service 27 January 1941 at home stations. Concurrently, regiment broken up and its elements reorganized and redesignated as follows: Headquarters and Headquarters Battery, and 1st Battalion as the 261st Coast Artillery Battalion, 2D Battalion as the 122d Coast Artillery Battalion, 261st Coast Artillery Battalion. Disbanded 1 October 1944 and remaining personnel transferred to the 21st Coast Artillery Battalion, inactivated 1 April 1945 at Fort Miles, Delaware, reconstituted 25 August 1945 and allotted to the Delaware National Guard, reorganized, redesignated, federally recognized 24 October 1949 as the 945th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion with headquarters at Georgetown, redesignated 1 October 1953 as the 945th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion, reorganized and redesignated 20 November 1956 as the 280th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Automatic Weapons Battalion, annexed to organized 1 January 1970 in the Delaware Army National Guard at Milford as Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment. 198th Transportation Battalion converted and redesignated 1 November 1971 as Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment. 280th Signal Battalion location changed 1 June 1974 to Georgetown, reorganized 1 April 1979 as the 280th Signal Battalion, with headquarters at Georgetown, reorganized 1 September 1993 in the Delaware and Connecticut Army National Guard with headquarters at Georgetown home area. Delaware Distinctive Unit Insignia. Description: a gold-color metal and enamel insignia 1 1/16 inches in height overall, consisting of the shield and motto of the coat of arms. Symbolism: the shield is white, the old color of infantry. The 11 mullets represent the 11 battles and campaigns in which the organization served during the Civil War, and the red fleur-de-lis is for World War I service. The red is also the color of the Coast Artillery. Background: the distinctive unit insignia was originally approved for the 198th Coast Artillery on 13 June 1934. It was redesignated for the 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion on 26 January 1951. On 6 April 1961, the insignia was redesignated for 198th Artillery. The distinctive unit insignia was redesignated for the 198th Signal Battalion on 19 October 1978. Coat of arms: blaze and shield. Argent, a fleur-de-lis gules, on of Chief Azure 11 mullets, 5 and 6, or crest. That for the regiments and separate battalion of the Delaware National Guard. On a wreath of the colors, argent and gules, a griffin's head, a raised azure-eared and beaked or langed gules, collars sable, fimbriated argent, and thereon 3 plates. Motto: 1st Regiment of 1st State. Symbolism: the shield is white, the old color of infantry. The 11 mullets represent the 11 battles and campaigns in which the organization served during the Civil War, and the red fleur-de-lis is for World War I service. The red is also the color of the Coast Artillery. Background: the coat of arms was originally approved for the 198th Coast Artillery on 19 June 1933. It was redesignated for the 736th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Gun Battalion on 26 January 1951. On 6 April 1961, the insignia was redesignated for 198th Artillery. The coat of arms was redesignated for the 198th Signal Battalion on 19 October 1978. Campaign streamers: Revolutionary War, Long Island, Trenton, Princeton, Brandywine, Germantown, Monmouth, Yorktown, Cowpens, Guilford Courthouse, New York 1776, New York 1777, South Carolina 1780, South Carolina 1781, North Carolina 1781, South Carolina 1782, War of 1812, Delaware 1813, Delaware 1814, Delaware 1815, Civil War, Peninsula, Antietam, Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, Wilderness, Spotsylvania, Cold Harbor, Petersburg, Appomattox, Virginia 1863, World War I, Muskegon, World War II, Northern Solomons, Leyte, Luzon, Operation Enduring Freedom, Iraq, National Resolution, Iraqi Surge, Afghanistan, Transition 1, Decorations, Philippine Presidential Unit. Citation: streamer embroidered the 17th of October 1944 to the 4th of July 1945. Meritorious Unit Commendation, streamer embroidered Iraq 2006-2007. Meritorious Unit Commendation, streamer embroidered Afghanistan 2013-2014.